CNBC's Sarah Eisen at the New York Stock Exchange has the numbers. Sarah, what are they?
Well, Mika, there's been a bit of a slowdown in hiring in the month of August. 130,000 jobs created. Economists were looking for a number more around 150,000 jobs. Also want to break apart business and government because it's important. Government contributed 25,000 of those jobs, temporary hiring due to the 2020 census. So if you strip it out, you want to get a sense of where business is going right now. Business added 96,000 jobs in the month of August. That's actually the fewest number since May. But it's not like it points to an imminent recession or anything. There's still signs of a very healthy labor market here. For instance, the unemployment rate still at 3.7%. That's near a 50-year low. Wages are rising slowly in this country. And in fact, they came in better than expected, 3.2% higher in August than they were last year, about 0.4% higher than they were last month. So that's good. The labor force participation rate is growing. More people are entering into the labor force. But all in all, this does mark a bit of a slowdown from recent months and from last year, where we have seen 200,000 jobs average per month last year. We're back in the 100,000 range for this year. And the question right now on Wall Street, which has been pretty jittery lately, is how much of the president's trade fight with China, the increased tariffs, are affecting business spending and business confidence. And you can look at these numbers and you see, for instance, factory jobs only added 3,000. That's been a part of the economy that's really felt the trade war the hardest. 8,000 jobs were expected to be added there. Retail actually subtracted jobs. The retailers are bracing for a new round of tariffs. Started in September, more will kick in December. So you can see in pockets of industries and parts of our economy that there is a lot of nervousness, and that's why businesses aren't hiring as much. We've seen that in the economic data, but all in all, we're not talking about a recession. We're still talking about an economy that's on track for 2% or so growth. But that is the debate on Wall Street. How much is that slowing and how much is it being affected by the trade policy?
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.